Well, I watched this video by this, I don't know, some Scouse director, and not big time or anything, but he was talking about, yeah, he listed off like, it must have been like 48 reasons, or it was a lot, maybe 40 reasons of why modern films are like post-millenia films, anything made after the year 2000s, aren't very good. And he had just umpteen reasons. But eventually, one of the last reasons was, I thought it was very interesting. I can't remember what he called it, but basically he was saying there's a lot of people that will go to watch films so they can just criticize them. So they'll pay to go watch a film that they know is going to be shit, but it just allows them to tell everyone how shit it was. That's the thing. Now think about it. That's if there's enough research to suggest that is viable, right? If a Hollywood studio knew this, we're going to conspiracy land now. So, tuck yourself in. Think happy thoughts. Think of a safety word if it gets too deep. So if the Hollywood executive, conducted this research and found out that a hell of a lot of people go to see films, enough people go to see films just to criticize it, then it's well worth making films shit. Because all those Transformers films that are considered to be really bad, and they're pretty terrible, but they still make shitloads of money. People just went to watch them because it's just a spectacle of, that's all it is. There's nothing out, it's just robots turning into cars and fighting. That's all it is. There's nothing much. There's not much to it. It's just it is like a theme park ride. When Martin Scorsese was talking about films being like theme park rides, Transformers is closer to the theme park ride than the Marvel films, although they're pretty close. But they are genuinely. I mean, they're very generic and samey, but they are well constructed narratively, and they do have characters in them and stuff. Whereas Transformers doesn't have any of that. They just go, nah, fuck that. We just want robots and shit. So maybe they know, right, enough people will go to see this piece of shit because they just don't know any better. They're children, basically kids. It's just kids. Just the spectacle is enough to keep them there going. Because when you're a kid and you watch a film, you go, what was your favourite bit? When it blew up, the explosion, when he shot him, like it's all this. It's just the nonsense, isn't it? You're not watching it going, oh, I love the character. I love the relationship that develops between Bumblebee and Shia LaBeouf. It was very deep. Reminiscence of the relationship I had with my grandfather. Kids ain't saying that kind of thing. They're not interested in that. It's just boom, bah, they just want that. That's all they want. So they know they got them. They're fine. And they're like, well, what about the rest of the people? Because we can't, because the other people need to go see it. And they're like, well, people, there's 40% of people that buy tickets are just self-righteous pricks or something like that. They're just people that like to complain about stuff, so they would just go to watch it to shit all over it. And this brings it back to the Star Wars things, because you can go on YouTube and just look up all the people that don't like the new Star Wars films, right, that make content on it, and look across Twitter, all the people that don't like the new Star Wars films. They're going to watch it. They're going to pay to watch it. See, I ain't paying to watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it online. I'm not paying money to watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? Why am I going to pay to watch that? No way. No way. Even the films I fucking love, I haven't paid. There's some of the films I haven't paid. Well, all the films I love, I own on Blu-ray. Okay, I've earned the right. I do put in. Okay, right. But I've watched films for free that I fucking love. So I ain't gonna go to the cinema and pay money to see something I know is gonna be shit. There's a hell of a lot of people that do seem to just go, yeah, it's gonna be shit. I'm gonna go see it. Cinemas are expensive, man. I mean, how much are tickets these days? Like fucking. Alright, last time I went to the cinema in the UK, I've been to the cinema in Thailand, and it's not that bad. But like, last time in the UK was actually Force Awakens, and I didn't pay. My friend paid, and I never paid him back. I'm happy I didn't pay him back. So I can't remember. I think it's like $8 to £10 or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. And then you buy all the shit. And then they got all the shit that you got to buy there. You know, the food and the drink and the shit. So you think, oh, I'm in here for 2 hours. I need to eat. That's only 2 hours. You buy all that shit. It ends up costing you a lot of money. I ain't spending that to go see something I don't like. But I think a lot of people will just go, yeah, that's shit. I'm going to go watch it. And then moan about it later. That could be a thing. Maybe that's why that Predator film that came out was such a pile of shit. I watched that on a plane. You know, you're watching stuff on a plane just to pass the time. I mean, it made me want to, that film was so bad it made me want to stop watching it and just stare at the seat. I was like, well, that's more entertaining than this. Just stare at it like, no way am I going to go pay to watch that piece of shit just so I can whinge about it. This, you know, where's this mentality come from? I don't get it. Like, fuck that. No, I have said before about, you know, sometimes a shit time can be better than a really good time. What I mean is, like, shit experiences can be good, as in you always remember a really shit experience. You went to a shit theme park, I don't know, you had a shit bus ride, it was so shit, so much shit stuff happened, it's funny and you can tell people about it. So maybe that's where it comes from. It's like, I'm going to watch this shit film to complain about it. And that's why they made that Predator film. Because they just went, no, you're missing the point here. More people will be interested in watching this if they think it's going to be really shit. Because then they get to talk about how shit it is. It's like, really? Yes, really. So that script you wrote was really good. But you need to make it shit. Okay, and that director you want, he knows what he's doing. Well, he can fuck off. We want this idiot. It's my cousin. Has he ever made a film? No, he's a fucking retard. But he's making it. Because this film needs to be shit. Because people ain't going to watch it if it's good. People don't want to watch good stuff. They want to complain about how shit things are. I mean, think about it. Maybe that's why, I don't know, maybe people who didn't vote for the who didn't vote for Labour and vote for the Conservatives just did it so they could whinge about it for the next 5 years. Maybe that's the only reason they did it. It's not because they believed in it or they hate Labour or nothing. They're just like, well, I'm going to have nothing to complain about now. If I get what I want. No, fuck that shit. I want to whine about it. I want to be on Twitter constantly whining about stuff for the next 10 years, thank you. I don't want things to be good. No. Turn up, you know, get diagnosed with a brain tumour. It's going, well, we have this very good surgeon. This very good surgeon. We can, we can bump you up the list. Experimental surgery, but it will definitely save your life. Going, no, I don't want the experimental revolutionary surgery that's going to take the brain tumour out. I'm going to have nothing to fucking moan about. Fuck off. Leave me to die slowly so I can really annoy everyone about how miserable I am. Maybe that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think because of the modern era that we live in, people in entertainment have caught onto it. That people don't want good stuff because negativity spreads further. It could be negative rage bait. Has always been more marketable. This is a known thing. I remember the first time hearing about this was reading a book called Contagious. It's like it's a business, you know, it's a business. It's a guide to marketing, basically. It's a marketing guide for business. It's a book. It's very good. It's very interesting. But you know, it goes into the ins and outs of how clickbait came about, and you know, content that is shared, that is most widely shared by volume. You know, people are more likely to share rage bait, stuff that fucking pisses them off, stuff that makes people angry. They're more likely to share it. Yeah, just brings out more emotion. People have a stronger emotional connection to something that makes them fucking pissed off. And you'll see this how they're marketing films all the time. They're doing something that they know is going to wind people up online. They're going to get wound up about it, and then they're going to constantly talk about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't work for everything. It definitely didn't work for that Charlie's Angels film, but that's mainly That's what I'm saying. It's mainly because no one wanted to watch it. No one wanted a Charlie's Angels remake. I don't think that's why they did it for Ghostbusters. I think that was a different situation. But I'm telling you, all this stuff that happens with Star Wars and shit, I swear, they're just doing it. They're just doing it, wind people up just to build a buzz, because it's still a buzz. If it's hated. There's another good book you should read. It's called Would I Lie to You? This is another marketing guy. Guy used to be an assistant. He was an assistant to Robert Greene, who wrote the 48 Laws of Power. And he used to be a go-between man there. He used to talk to a lot of online blogs, online news outlets and stuff. And he knew the power of fucking rage bait. He had this one client, I can't remember the guy's name, but he made him the whole campaign behind his book, I think, was just pissing people off, and it worked. They even made their own poster. They even made a poster and created stories against the guy, as in, you know, saying how a horrible person was and how they should boycott him and ban him. Do you know what I mean? Like protesting against himself, because it created so much outrage. That's all people could talk about. And then, voila, you get Donald Trump as president. Star Wars is still going to make, I mean, it's not going to make what they think it's going to make, but it'll push past $1 billion. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if you fucking heard. It's a lot of money. So it does work to a certain degree. I think they might be doing it with films these days. I think they've cottoned onto it. They'd be like, right, one, we need something that's going to piss people off, so everyone talks about it, so we get lots of free publicity, a buzz. Because two, it needs to be kind of shit, so people will go watch it and complain about how shit it is. Oh, fuck it, I swear, this is a thing. This is a thing. They don't want to make good stuff. They want to make crap stuff, because people will go watch crap stuff. Not because everyone's a fucking idiot. Everyone just loves complaining too much. They just do. They fucking love it. They love it, man. Alright. They've looked at all the rage baiters on Twitter. Everyone that just gets sucked in by rage bait on the Twitter, on YouTube, who just can't help but just go, oh, I'm so pissed off about this, and constantly talk about it. Like you wouldn't ignore that if you were savvy at marketing. You'd be like, here's something. Here's something. That's why I might just spend a month making just videos about, just talking constructively about Israel, because it's going to piss everyone off. It'll piss off the left and the right, because I'll just talk about how I love Palestine and Israel. I'll say how I'll present both sides of the story, both sides of the argument, and defend both sides. I'll defend both of them, and everyone will hate me, but everyone will watch my shit, but they're going, oh, this guy pisses me off, he loves Israel. Oh, this guy pisses me off, he loves Palestine. They'll be so pissed off that they won't be able to not talk about me all the time. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it Israel and Palestine Month. I'm going to just make fucking 4 videos on it a day, and just ride this rage train. You know? I'm gonna write a film that will piss off, that will equally piss off woke people as it much will piss off anti-woke people. Hey, I'll do it. I'll just throw progressive messages into it, and I'll also throw in what they will consider to be anti-feminist or alt-right messages, if you like. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, they just call it alt-right, isn't it? That's how they label everything. Oh, it's alt-right. Yeah, or whatever. I'll do it. I'll make a pro-Brexit and anti-Brexit film. I'll piss everybody off. No one will like me, but everyone will watch what I do, because they will not be able to help themselves. They will just be like, oh, I can't stand his position. They'll love it for a second, and then they'll hate it for a second. It will be like an abusive relationship where you kiss and make up. You know? After we try and stab each other to death over who's doing the cooking, then we're having amazing sex after that. And the cycle will continue, the cycle of love and hate. So that's what it'll be, a fucking emotional roller coaster. Every time you watch my shit, you're like going, God damn it, I love this and I hate this guy. So just be Marmite. Truly amazing. It's amazing. I find it all fucking fascinating. Maybe I think that is what's going on. Shit. Oh my god. It started off as a little theory of mine, and now I've talked aloud and processed it all. I'm like, yeah, I think that is what's being done. Of course it is. Holy shit. This is crazy. With that in mind, I don't know. With that in mind, probably the next leader of the Labour Party